Determine whether f of x equals tangent x is even, odd, or neither. There are a few different ways that we could attempt to do this. First, we could look at f of negative x directly, which is tangent of negative x. And you might remember a trigonometric identity that tangent of negative x is negative tangent of x. If you remember that identity, then you know the tangent function is odd by the definition of an odd function. Now, you might not know that identity, in which case you might look at tangent of negative x as sine of negative x over cosine of negative x. And at this point, you can either use identities or you can use your knowledge of whether these functions are even or odd themselves to simplify each of these. Sine is an odd function, so sine of negative x is negative sine of x. Cosine is even, so cosine of negative x is just cosine of x. And pulling the negative out front, sine of x over cosine of x is tangent of x. And so again, f of negative x is equal to negative f of x. So that's another way that we can conclude that it is an odd function. A third method involves knowing what the graph of the tangent function looks like. I'm not going to draw a very accurate graph. I'm just going to do a rough sketch. But tangent as a function looks like this, and then is periodic. So you're going to get another copy of that to the right, and then another copy of that to the left, etc. And you can see that this middle curve has symmetry with respect to the origin. It has rotational symmetry. And then this curve over here, when we rotate everything, becomes this curve, and that curve becomes that curve. So by examining the graph of tangent of x, if we know what it looks like, we can also see that it has the right sort of symmetry to make it an odd function.